Hey everyone, and welcome to KenkoVibe.
I'm Grace Morgan.
I'm Ethan Reed, and we are here to take a deep dive into something
That's right.
that might be a little bit awkward to talk about,
Yeah.
erectile dysfunction.
Sorry, it's something that a lot of men experience.
It is, and
Yeah.
we're going to explore 6 herbs that can potentially help.
Yeah, we're going to unpack how these herbs have been used
Hey,
for centuries and see what modern science has to say about them.
Yeah, sometimes the old ways
Yeah.
hold some surprisingly effective solutions.
That's right.
Okay, so before we get into the specifics of each herb, let's kind of set the stage here.
Absolutely.
You've probably heard the statistic that 70% of men
Oh, yeah.
experience ED by the age of 70.
It's a surprisingly common issue.
It is.
And the chances of experiencing it actually increase as you get older.
Really?
So think of it this way. At 40, there's about a 40% chance.
Okay.
And by 70, it jumps to 70%.
Wow. So the odds are not really in your favor as you age. But what's actually happening in the body when someone experiences ED?
Well, ED can be caused by a combination of factors,
Okay.
both physical and psychological.
Right.
On the physical side, we're talking about things like blood flow,
Mm.
nerve signaling, and even hormone levels, particularly testosterone,
Okay.
when these systems aren't functioning optimally.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say things don't work as they should.
Right. It's like a
Yeah.
complex interplay of different elements.
Yeah.
And I imagine the psychological impact
Oh,
would
absolutely.
be pretty significant too.
ED can really take a toll on a man's self-esteem and confidence,
Right.
which can then lead to anxiety and even relationship problems.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle.
Definitely a sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here to explore some potential solutions.
That's right.
So let's jump into our first herb,
Okay.
Asparagus racemosus, also known as shatavari,
Ooh, I love that name.
which has a really
It does, doesn't it?
cool name, by the way.
And the name is fitting because shatavari literally means the one which could cure 100 diseases in Ayurveda, the traditional Indian system of medicine.
Cure 100 diseases.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
So where does this wonder herb come from?
Shatavari is primarily found in India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka,
Okay.
where it thrives in those lush tropical climates.
So how is it believed to help with ED specifically? Is it working on the blood flow issue we talked about?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
In traditional medicine, shatavari is used to improve both blood circulation and nerve signaling,
Okay.
both of which are absolutely crucial for,
Right.
healthy erectile function.
Makes total sense. If you're not getting enough blood flow to the area,
Yeah.
things aren't going to work as they should.
Mm-hmm.
What about the nerve signaling aspect?
So think of it this way. The nerves are responsible for carrying the signals from the brain to the rest of the body,
Okay.
including those, shall we say, sensitive areas. So if those signals aren't firing properly,
Yeah.
the response is going to be weak or non-existent.
Okay, so shatavari is like a double whammy,
Yes,
boosting both blood flow and nerve function.
that's right.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
But wait, there's more, right?
There is.
It also has some aphrodisiac properties.
You're right.
Really?
Shatavari is considered an aphrodisiac,
Oh,
which means it can help increase libido and desire.
that's a fantastic bonus.
Yeah.
Now moving on to an herb that always brings a smile to my face just because of the name.
You mean horny goatweed?
You know it.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
All right.
Can't have a conversation about herbs for ED
Right.
and not at least acknowledge that amazing name.
It definitely grabs your attention, doesn't it?
It does.
But let's move past the funny name and
Ah.
dive into what this herb actually does.
That way.
Horny goatweed, which has the slightly less memorable scientific name of epimedium,
Right?
has a long history of use in Chinese herbal medicine.
So does it actually live up to its name? Is it a cure-all for ED?
I wouldn't say it's a cure in the strictest sense,
Okay.
but it's thought to help manage the symptoms and reduce the negative impacts of ED.
Got it. So more of a supportive approach.
Exactly.
Okay.
And here's a fascinating tidbit.
Okay.
Horny goatweed is actually used by both men and women for various sexual health benefits.
Really? So it's not just for men.
Nope.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is there any scientific evidence to support these claims?
Oh.
Or is it mostly based on traditional knowledge?
There have been some animal studies that show promising results.
Ah.
For example, a study on rats showed that horny goatweed increased blood flow and something called vasodilation.
Okay, hold on a second. Vasodilation.
Yeah.
For those of us who don't speak fluent science, what does that actually mean?
You got it.
Okay.
Sometimes I get a little too excited about the scientific details.
Yeah.
Basically, vasodilation means the widening of blood vessels,
Okay.
which allows for better blood flow.
Ah, that makes sense. So essentially, horny goatweed might be helping to relax and widen those blood vessels,
Precisely.
leading to better performance.
It's still early days in terms of research,
Right.
but it's definitely an area worth exploring further.
Okay, so we've covered shatavari and horny goatweed.
Yes.
Now let's talk about an herb that's often referred to as the herbal Viagra.
Ooh.
Red ginseng.
Okay.
I'm sensing a theme here with these catchy nicknames.
Red ginseng definitely has a reputation, and it's been used for centuries in Korean traditional medicine. It's actually a specific type of ginseng that's been steamed and dried, which gives it its characteristic reddish color.
So is this herbal Viagra claim legit? Is there any scientific backing for its effectiveness in treating ED?
Well, there was a pretty comprehensive research review back in 2008
Okay.
that found evidence supporting red ginseng's effectiveness for ED.
Wow.
They even recommended a specific dosage between 600 to 1,000 milligrams 3 times a day.
Wow, that's pretty specific.
Yeah.
What makes red ginseng so potent when it comes to ED?
Well,
What's the secret sauce?
the magic lies in compounds called ginsenosides. They're these active components found in ginseng, and they're believed to play a significant role in sexual health.
Ginsenosides.
Yeah.
Sound like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But they're real.
What?
And they might just hold the key to unlocking better sexual health for some men.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So are there any specific benefits to red ginseng compared to the other herbs we've discussed?
Well,
Does it work better for certain people?
studies suggest that red ginseng might be particularly helpful for people with high lipid levels,
Okay.
which means high cholesterol and triglycerides,
Yeah.
and also those with metabolic syndrome.
Interesting. So if someone is struggling with those conditions and experiencing ED, red ginseng could be a good option to consider.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's also been shown to have anti-inflammatory properties and even improve lung function. Wow.
So it's not just about addressing ED, it's about promoting overall well-being.
Now let's move on to an herb that many of our listeners might already be familiar with.
Okay.
Ginkgo biloba. I know it's often touted for its memory-boosting abilities,
Right.
but I had no idea it could potentially help with ED as well.
You're right.
Really?
Ginkgo is famous for its memory benefits,
Yeah.
but it's been used for at least 1,000 years to address a whole range of conditions, including ED.
Okay.
Talk about a multitasker.
So how does it work? It's magic in the bedroom, so to speak.
Right.
Is it another blood flow enhancer?
You guessed it.
Okay.
Ginkgo biloba is all about improving circulation.
Okay.
It works in a similar way to nitric oxide, which is a compound that our bodies naturally produce to widen blood vessels and enhance blood flow.
Okay. So the importance of good blood flow for ED is definitely a recurring theme here.
It is.
Are there any other important details about ginkgo biloba?
Well, one thing to keep in mind.
Is that ginkgo can potentially increase the risk of bleeding.
Okay.
So if you're on blood thinners, it's crucial to talk to your doctor before adding ginkgo to your routine.
That's a great point. Safety first, always.
Always.
Now let's spice things up a bit with our next herb. Cassia cinnamon.
Ooh.
I'm imagining a warm, inviting scent.
It does have a lovely aroma, but it's important to clarify that we're not talking about the common cinnamon you find in every grocery store.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cassia cinnamon is a different variety with unique medicinal properties, and it's actually quite rare.
Oh, interesting. I had no idea that there were different types of cinnamon with such distinct properties.
Yeah.
So where does Cassia cinnamon come from, and how has it been used in traditional medicine?
Cassia cinnamon has a long history of use in Ayurvedic medicine.
Okay.
The traditional Indian system we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
It's been used to treat a wide variety of health issues, including, you guessed it, ED.
So if it's so rare, is it difficult to get your hands on authentic Cassia cinnamon?
It can be a bit tricky, yes.
Okay.
And because of its rarity and the specific knowledge required to process it properly, there are unfortunately a lot of low-quality products out there being marketed as Cassia cinnamon.
So buyer beware, right?
Absolutely. It's essential to do your research and find a reputable source
Yeah.
if you're interested in trying Cassia cinnamon.
Good advice.
Yeah.
And that brings us to our final herb
Okay.
for this part of our deep dive.
All right.
Safed muesli, which has a very impressive scientific name.
Yes.
Chlorophytum Borovilianum.
Chlorophytum borovilianum, it sounds like something straight out of a botanical textbook.
It does, right.
But Saft Muesli is a powerhouse in Ayurvedic medicine, especially when it comes to sexual health.
So how much Saft Muesli should someone take to experience its benefits? Is there a specific dosage?
Yes. Based on extensive research and clinical trials, scientists have determined that the optimal daily dose for maximum effectiveness is 2 grams.
2 grams, okay.
Yeah.
Is it typically taken in a particular form, like a powder, a pill, or something else?
You can find Saft Muesli in both powder and capsule form, which makes it pretty convenient to incorporate into your daily routine. However, because of its high demand, there are, unfortunately, a lot of counterfeit products circulating in the market.
That's really concerning.
It is.
It highlights the importance of buying from reputable sources.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to something as important as your health.
Yeah.
Aside from its aphrodisiac properties, what other benefits does Saft Muesli offer?
Well, it's believed to boost libido in both men and women. And it also supports the immune system.
Interesting. So it's not just about addressing ED, but promoting overall well-being.
That's right. And it's also particularly effective for treating ED related to diabetes.
Wow.
Additionally, it's been traditionally used to improve sperm quality and sperm count.
Wow, that's a lot of potential benefits packed into one little herb.
It is.
It seems like we've uncovered a treasure trove of potential solutions from ancient traditions.
Yeah.
But as fascinating as these herbs are, I think it's important to remind everyone that they're not magic bullets, right?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
While these herbs show some promise and have a long history of use, more research is needed to fully understand how they work and what potential side effects they might have.
That's a great point. And it's always wise to approach natural remedies with a healthy dose of caution.
Absolutely.
It's not like popping a vitamin C pill.
Right.
These are powerful substances that can interact with other medications.
Exactly. It's crucial to have a conversation with your doctor before starting any new herbal regimen, especially if you're already taking medications for other conditions. They can help you determine if these herbs are safe for you and ensure they won't interfere with your current treatment plan.
So as we wrap up our exploration of these 6 incredible herbs, what are some key takeaways you'd want our listeners to remember?
Well, I think it's incredibly exciting to see how ancient wisdom and modern wellness can work together. These herbs have been used for generations to address ED, and now science is starting to catch up and explore their potential benefits in a more rigorous way.
It's like bridging the gap between traditional knowledge and modern science.
Precisely. And while more research is definitely needed, these herbs offer a glimpse into the potential of natural remedies for improving men's sexual health. It's a field that deserves more attention and exploration.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember that ED is a complex issue with various underlying causes. It's not always a simple fix.
It's not just a physical problem. It can have a significant psychological impact as well, affecting a man's self-esteem, confidence, and even relationships.
Exactly. So it's important to approach ED holistically, considering both the physical and emotional aspects.
I couldn't agree more. And while these herbs might offer some potential benefits, it's crucial to remember that they're not a magic cure. Lifestyle factors play a huge role in sexual health as well.
That's a great point. Things like diet, exercise, stress management, and sleep quality can all have a major impact on erectile function.
So adopting a healthy lifestyle is essential for overall well-being, including sexual health.
For sure.
It's about taking a proactive approach and taking care of your body and mind.
And if someone is struggling with ED, it's essential to reach out to a healthcare professional.
Yes. I can't stress this enough. They can help determine the underlying causes and recommend the most appropriate course of action, whether it's medication therapy, lifestyle changes, or a combination of approaches.
It's about finding what works best for you and your individual needs.
Exactly. And there's no shame in seeking help. ED is a common condition, and there are effective treatments available. It's all about taking control of your health and well-being.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the other fascinating aspects of these herbs. We've focused a lot on their potential for ED, but many of them have a wide range of traditional uses, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's incredible how versatile these herbs are. For example, shatavari, the cure for 100 diseases, is also used in Ayurveda to support women's health.
Oh, wow.
Particularly during menopause and for fertility issues.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It seems like shatavari is the ultimate multitasker in the herbal world.
It kind of is.
What about horny goatweed?
Okay.
Any other surprising uses for this curiously named herb?
Well, in traditional Chinese medicine,
Yeah.
horny goatweed is also used to address joint pain, fatigue, and even memory problems.
Wow.
It's like a tonic for overall vitality.
Fascinating. And red ginseng, our herbal Viagra, is known for its energy-boosting properties as well, right?
That's right. It's often used to combat fatigue, improve mental clarity, and even enhance athletic performance.
Wow. It seems like there's a recurring theme here.
Yeah.
These herbs are not just about addressing specific issues, but also about promoting overall health and vitality.
Exactly. And that brings us to ginkgo biloba, our memory-boosting friend.
Right.
In addition to its cognitive benefits, it's also used to improve circulation throughout the body, which can be helpful for conditions like tinnitus and Raynaud's syndrome.
So ginkgo is like a circulatory superhero.
It is.
And what about cassia cinnamon?
Okay.
Our rare and spicy gem.
Cassia cinnamon has been traditionally used to support digestion, regulate blood sugar levels, and even fight inflammation.
Okay.
It's a true powerhouse when it comes to metabolic health.
That's incredible. And last but not least, our Ayurvedic superstar, Saft muesli.
Okay.
Any other uses for this libido-boosting herb?
Saft muesli is also used to improve strength and stamina, support the immune system, and even enhance skin health. It's considered a rejuvenating tonic in Ayurveda.
It seems like we've barely scratched the surface of these incredible herbs and their potential benefits.
Yeah.
It's truly fascinating how much wisdom is contained within these ancient traditions.
It makes you wonder what other secrets are still waiting to be discovered in the world of natural remedies.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a thought-provoking question for our listeners.
Right.
As we've delved into these 6 herbs and their incredible properties, have any of you considered exploring other natural remedies to enhance your well-being?
Right.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences.
Yeah.
Drop us a comment.
Yes.
And let's continue this conversation.
We're always eager to learn from our amazing community.
And before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to KenkoVibe.
Yeah.
And hit that like button if you enjoyed this episode.
Please.
Sharing is caring, so spread the herbal wisdom by sharing this episode with your friends. And it makes you wonder what other secrets are still waiting to be discovered out there.
Right.
In the world of natural remedies.
It really does.
It really does. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into these 6 incredible herbs.
Okay.
It's been an absolute pleasure exploring the world of natural remedies with you today.
The feeling is mutual.
Me too.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what other secrets might be waiting to be rediscovered in this vast world of natural healing.
There's a whole universe of plants out there with incredible potential to enhance our well-being.
Absolutely.
It's an exciting journey of discovery.
And that brings us to our final thought-provoking question for our listeners.
Right.
If you could choose one of these herbs to explore further, which one would it be and why? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
We're always eager to hear from our amazing community.
And don't forget to subscribe to KenkoVibe.
Yes.
So you don't miss out on our future deep dives into the world of health and wellness.
And if you enjoyed this episode, give us a like and share it with your friends.
We're Ethan Reed.
And Grace Morgan.
Signing off for now.
Bye.
Stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of natural wellness.
It's amazing to think about all this knowledge that's been passed down through generations about the healing power of plants. I mean, these herbs have been used for centuries, long before modern medicine came along.
It really makes you appreciate the wisdom of those who came before us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they had a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of nature and human health.
And it's so inspiring to see that modern science is now starting to validate some of these traditional uses.
Yes.
Adding another layer of credibility.
It's like we're rediscovering these treasures and finding new ways to apply them to modern health challenges.
Well said. And on that note,
I
think it's time to wrap up
our
deep dive into these 6 incredible herbs.
It's been an absolute pleasure exploring the world of natural remedies with you today.
The feeling is mutual.
Me too.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder what other secrets might be waiting to be rediscovered.
I know.
In this vast world of natural healing.
There's a whole universe of plants out there.
Right.
With incredible potential to enhance our well-being.
It's an exciting journey of discovery.
It is.
And that brings us to our final thought-provoking question.
Okay.
For our listeners,
right.
If you could choose one of these herbs
to
explore further, which one would it be and why?
Yeah, tell us.
We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.
We're always eager to hear from our amazing community and continue the conversation.
And don't forget to subscribe to KenkoVibe.
Yes, please do.
So you don't miss out on our future deep dives into the world of health and wellness.
And if you enjoyed this episode, give us a like and share it with your friends.
We are Ethan Reed.
And Grace Morgan.
Signing off. For now, stay curious. And keep exploring the fascinating world of natural wellness.